Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the MAC, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Dukes will kick it away to start us off. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At midfield, he's got room. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a decent gain there before the... Stop.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Off play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. Coming after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26th.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. To the air, it's Barnett. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Getting some heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Dukes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone back.
To the ground with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Right back to the well. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Rainbow Warriors have this offense rolling. Using his legs to buy some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He leaves it with his back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got it.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unleashes one. And the pass is intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hawaii. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 30. He's loose. You want to talk about ending the first quarter on a bang. A huge chunk play before they finally get him out of bounds to end the first quarter.
10. James Madison, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Unleashes one. Into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Cincinnati is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Desmond Ridder should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Takes the easy completion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Warriors!
In the end zone.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Powers through the defender. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team now.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Otten. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The aerial assault continues. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
24, James Madison, 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Pressure coming. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, get stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Scanning the field, it's Barnett. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
No good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hold. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Off the play fake. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Tackled, but he has a first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown! Touchdown, Hawaii! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try.
With the carry.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Hawaii 31. James Madison 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Will take over. First and 10.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Fires it. He's got him wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got room on the return. The 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawaii. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
That's caught. It's Knight. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Hawaii 38, James Madison 6.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Dukes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Knight. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Now on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes! Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. The pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quarterback will keep it. And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's raining, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
As the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Here we go. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Brought down at the 45. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising.
Fires toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation.